You see, universe? You see? This is why we can't have nice things. Man! What's up, universe, and welcome back to the web's first must-see comic and nerd culture show. Welcome to Comic YOUniverse. I'm one of your hosts, as always, C-Dubs, and as you guys can see, I'm riding solo on this video. And as you guys can see, I am frustrated to all hell. In the wake and in the light of the news, as you guys know, if you've checked out the previous video by Dr. J himself, the Sony production company basically has pulled out of the MCU deal. Basically, Tom Holland fulfilled his contract and their obligation to the MCU. And, you know, there was some words, if you will, and some rumor that as long as Spider-Man made $1 billion, Far From Home made $1 billion, they would proceed all nonchalantly, right? And honestly, who knows? Time only tells what happens from here. But let me tell you what I think is in store for good old Sony. Now, first and foremost, huge disclaimer, in the war of video games, if you will, I enjoy all video games. I want all video games to succeed, and whichever side you fall on, whether it be Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation, or if you're still riding old school with Sega, that's you. But me, I'll be honest, I am a PlayStation fanboy. I do, and I have owned Xbox in the past. I do own a Switch. I do love them both. However, Sony stole me away many, many years ago from Sega and Nintendo, and I haven't looked back since, to be honest with you. So, with the light of what's going on with the movie, the MCU, if you will, with Spider-Man, something that I don't think Sony as a whole has thought about. Now, I get it. This is business, strictly business, and most of the time when you're dealing with business, one side doesn't take notice of the other side, and it doesn't really affect the next side, if you will. For instance, we all know the battles that both the TV side of the MCU and the movie side have had trying to play nice with just each other, because they're all essentially, even though they may have the same parent company, they're all basically owned individually. So, we're talking about Sony Pictures here pulling out of this deal. Let's just say the mouse does not play nice. The mouse is a vindictive bastard, okay? And if he can find a way to get back at you for trying to hurt him and his good hard-earned green, he's going to do that first and foremost, okay? So I'm telling you here right now, my assumption, and I hope I'm wrong, because Sony Spider-Man PlayStation 4 is by far one of the greatest video games to be ever made. Not just one of the greatest superhero video games, which I think it may be the greatest superhero video game, if you will, comic book adaptation, if you will. Okay, this is one of the greatest games ever made. You felt like the character, you were the character, essentially. And it's arguably whether, God of War, okay, or Sony PlayStation Spider-Man, if you will, which one is the shining crown jewel of the Sony PlayStation 4 library, right? I'm pretty sure we could all debate that at this point. And yeah, there's some other games here and there that may not be like exclusive, like your, Red Dead Revolver and Redemption 2 and things like that. But, to be honest with you, I think those are the 1 and the 2, A and the B, however you look at it, right? So I'm telling you here now, I think this is going to stem really well for Xbox, because listen, man, PlayStation, if they can get out of any deal with Sony at this point, if they're going to pull that moneymaker and change the plans of the MCU, okay, which is the biggest thing in Hollywood, the biggest thing going on right now, okay, the mouse is going to be like, yeah, we'll take that back too, and we'll give that to your competitor and make that an exclusive there. So, Xbox fans, rejoice. Okay, because it's very well possible that this is going to turn out really well for you guys, because the mouse does not play nice. The mouse takes off those gloves, and he doesn't have hands under those gloves, man. He's got machetes and machine guns for fingers. He will do whatever it takes to win. And not to mention, man, listen, Sony, I don't know what you have up your sleeve or what you are thinking. However, I'm pretty sure Mickey Big Bucks, his lawyers, and his staff, man, they're going to make you wish you didn't do this. So I'm hoping that it can find a peaceful agreement. I know there may be some of you out there that are happy because let's be honest, I'm going to be honest with you right here, right now. I am not the biggest fan of the MCU Spider-Man. There's many things wrong with him in my opinion. And again, that's not a knock. If he's your favorite, that's totally cool. But for me, I'm not so cool on the killing and I know, and I get it. There's some hearsay that it was the suit doing it, this, that, and the third, and I'm not too keen on him crying every movie and weeping every movie, and the line of not, great power, great responsibility, and Uncle Ben not being, all these things kind of bug me, but I still watch it, enjoy it, and I celebrate the fact that Spider-Man came home. But the fact that Sony is doing this really hurts my heart because I know Stan Lee, wherever he may be, hopefully up in heaven, is smiling down, that his family is back together on the big screen and we all get to enjoy all of his characters and his creations in another light and in another medium and breathe a breath of fresh air into these characters that are, really old. They've been around a long time. So I'm sure he was very happy when all this came about. Okay, and now he's got to be just crying. Okay, his heart has to be broken that his character, his main character, is leaving the MCU proper. Again, hopefully we find all this works itself out, but this is what happens when we show a little support to Venom and we show a little support to Sony, okay, for, allowing Spider-Man to come in and to show support to Enter the Spider-Verse, okay, which by far probably is the best Spider-Man interpretation we ever had. But, that's not good enough. Winning an Oscar for Best Animated Picture was not good enough for Sony. That $1 billion mark, they said, we want it all. We want it all. But listen, only thing you're going to do is just like last time, you're going to piss the fans off by doing this, Sony. We're going to not show up is in droves, okay, to earn $1 billion again. Okay, I'm telling you this right now. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to spend so much money on this, get the biggest and most high-profile actors, biggest high-profile directors, okay, for us to entrust Spider-Man proper live action back to you after getting him in the MCU. I'm telling you, be on the lookout for this. This is just not right. You're going to suffer from all ends. So the crown jewel of Sony needs to make some phone calls and be like, hey, let's work it out. Because I'm thinking this is going to have ramekin effects, just rain down on all platforms, okay? And any plans moving forward, the second the mouse can go, nope, he's going to do so. So, Universe, let me know, if you haven't checked out the news and want to know a little more in detail, check out Jay's video. But guys, like, share, and subscribe on the videos if you like what we're doing here. Also, let me know how you guys feel about this. Do you think that there's going to be lasting effects that spread farther, deeper, wider, wounds that run much more than just a flesh wound? This is straight to the artery, guys. This is straight to the bone. The mouse does not play. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like it again, guys. And until next time, I'm C-Dubs, and I'll see you in the universe. Peace.